What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Hold Up, Hear Me Out, though. Today, I want to talk to my beautiful singles, young and old. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and let's go. Viewer discretion is advised because this episode may be sad, or triggering for some of y'all, especially if you're a parent.
Hey, what happened?
Let's start with this young lady, Janee Pedesclaux. Back in the day when I was single, if I was in that rundown club and Janee caught my eye, I'd only be thinking two things, and two things only. And it's her thing. That's it. I'm not thinking,
sorry, I got a man.
And I'm not thinking,
what if by dumb luck I get her pregnant and she keeps the child?
And I think it's safe to say most single men would think the same way. Let me tell you something about Janee Pedesclaux. She was in a custody battle for her two children, 3-year-old Paris Robert and 2-year-old Janee Roberts. Court records show that the children's father, Jermaine Roberts, filed a petition for sole custody of the two kids back in April. He alleged that Pedesclaux was not stable and she did not provide a safe living condition for the kids. As a father, I could tell you the safety of our kids is everything. And Jermaine, your job as their father was to get them a stable mother who would always provide safe living conditions for her kids no matter what y'all going through. That's what you were supposed to provide, what you wanted.
What happened?
Police records say Jermaine received a FaceTime video call from Pedesclaux, allegedly admitting to cutting the throats of their children, and then focused the camera on Janee, who appeared to have blood on his neck. Jermaine got a second video call showing Paris lying in the bed with blood on her neck, gasping for air. Jermaine then got a third video call from Pedesclaux showing both children bleeding from the neck. According to police reports, as reported by WWL-TV, Jermaine called 911 and drove over to Pedesclaux's home. She barred him from coming in, screaming, "We gone, it's over with." I don't know if the reporting is accurate, but fam, it took all of that for you to make it to your kids? That's very sad. Jermaine then broke a window to enter the home where he allegedly found Pedesclaux with a knife in her hand, Janee face down in the bed in a pool of blood, and Paris in the bed bleeding and foaming at the mouth. The report also says she allegedly bit Jermaine and ran to the kitchen to get another knife, but Jermaine quickly picked up his lifeless children and rushed them to University Medical Center. The children underwent multiple surgeries in an attempt to save their lives. Paris Roberts eventually died from her injuries, and Janee is currently in critical condition. The report says Paris had a cut on her throat down to her spine, and Janee had a cut on his throat, his chest, his arms, his legs, and his fingers.
It's all Jermaine's fault! It's always Jermaine's fault!
Death penalty. We all suffer from mental illness, so I don't care about her excuse. If a person's mental illness caused them to take the lives of their kids, death penalty, and I don't care about anything else. Maybe life in prison without the possibility of parole. We need to deter these psychopaths from killing people and then trying to pin it on mental illness. Immediately after hearing this story, I went to my wife and I told her, if you were to take the life of my son intentionally, I would not forgive you, ever. And she looked at me and said, I get it. Me too. Exactly what she should have said, because that's unacceptable. To my beautiful singles, sex will always be there, so stop being pathetic. Make sure that person you're dealing with is capable of being a great parent. If not, don't be scared to send them running. You need to put that person in situations where you get to test and observe their anger. See how patient they are. See how they talk to their parent. Like, pay attention to that. That is extremely important, because if she talks to them with no respect, how do you think she's going to speak to you or your children eventually? And I get it. You don't want kids probably, right? Well, most pregnancies are accidental. If she gets pregnant and you don't really get to know who she is, there's a possibility that your life is now ruined. Take the sex off the table. Figure her out. Find out who she is. And only pursue the ones that fit your standards. Like, write them down. And if she doesn't fit them, boom. And on that list, you gotta have potential to be a great parent at the top of the list. And speaking from experience, your child may become the thing you love the most on earth. And sex is not that serious that you should be willing to give your kids a Janee Pedesclaux as a mother. Check out this video of a psychopath that persuaded his wife to bring their teenage children to him so he can take their lives. Crazy story. But if you made it this far in the video, let me know down in the comment section if you agree or disagree, if these dirtbags deserve the death penalty or at the very least life in prison without the possibility of parole. And if this story is new to you, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. Peace and love, y'all.